Hey guys, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope wherever you guys are relaxed and unwinding and ready to listen to the fourth episode of my podcast. Now, to be quite honest, I really don't know what to talk about. I have a couple of suggestions from a couple of friends, and a lot of suggestions from loved ones as well. But I'm just gonna be open today and just talk about whatever comes out my mouth. So it's gonna be random. I don't know what I'm gonna name the podcast, but bear with me. Know that I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you once again for showing me that this podcast is worth listening to. We have reached an amazing total goal of about 500 plays. So thank you across the board, whether if you're listening to it on iTunes or Spotify or even the Google Play Store. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to me rant and rave and complain and bitch and moan. And it's what we do, right? So, we're to get into it. I want to give a shout out to people that I'm not going to mention names, but everyone knows who they are. People who have supported me through this journey, people who reached out in concern and love, and people that are in my life every day. I just want to say thank you and I love you guys for that. So let's go ahead and get into the show. We got a couple ads that we need to run, but today's going to be a full of excitement and love. We do probably have a couple of live questions that we need to get to. So let's go ahead and jump into it. By the way, if you guys have any suggestions about names about my podcast, let me know. I'm thinking about changing the name, maybe. Giving it something lively. And if we have any artists, when I say artists, I mean not musical artists, but graphic designers that are willing to throw in some graphic designs for a plug, feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram. All that will be in my Linktree bio down below, which, by the way, it's posted on every episode. So in case I do miss one, just try to look for it on another episode. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get to our first commercial break, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the show. Hey guys, welcome back, and I want to tell you that I greatly appreciate everything you guys have done. I need to work on my English a little bit. So Valentine's Day is upon us, and this next coming segment that we are gonna be talking about is gonna be talking about romance and talking about what you guys can do differently for Valentine's Day. I hope you guys enjoy that coming up. In the meantime, we are just going to talk about, what I've been up to, what's going on in my life this week, which, it hasn't been really much of nothing. I'm getting a transfer today. So that's why yesterday there was no upload for a podcast. I know we normally try to aim for every Wednesday. But excuse me. Yeah. With studies and trying to make sure that I have everything accounted for and everything good to go for today really set me back a little bit, which, I mean, most of you guys know that studies do come first before and foremost before anything else. And I've also been working on a diamond painting too, so that's also been taking up most of my time. And you know what? Diamond painting, if you guys haven't picked up a diamond painting, you guys should. It is the most relaxing thing. As corny as this might be, picking up a pen, dabbing it, and sticking it onto a glue paper is somewhat satisfying. And it's goofy, but it is satisfying. With that said, I would probably get more diamond paintings. So the one I'm working on currently is a dragon skull, I think it is, or a skulled flower, somewhere along those lines. I'll have to finish it to know what it is. But nonetheless, it's a really good painting. I like it. Let's see. We had a couple of weird calls the other day. One of those calls were, so this lady was wanting to move her boxes. When I say boxes, I mean like moving boxes, crate boxes, right? And she wanted to know how they got delivered to her house. And I said, well, ma'am, they load them up to a truck that holds 5 boxes, and the driver unloads them using a donkey. Well, the lady freaks out and was like, so you mean to tell me that you guys use actual animals to unload our boxes? That's kind of humane. And we're like, no, ma'am. We use forklifts that we just call donkeys. Oh. The lady then felt stupid, which, she should. But then again, I thought about it and I'm thinking, well, if I was in her shoes, I would feel this, I wouldn't have known either. So, giving credit where credit is due. But nonetheless, the amount of calls and complaining of different things, it was just overwhelming. So hopefully this transfer goes well. Went to the new Dollar Tree or General, I think it's Tree, and I have to say, the Dollar Tree that we went to is fucking massive. And when I say massive, if you've ever been to a Dollar General or a Dollar Tree, you know how crammed those aisles are. Well, these aisles that we went to were spaced out perfectly. Like, they were not whatsoever crammed up. And I picked up some air scent or some air fresheners. And the one I got currently is called After the Rain. And yeah, I'm sniffing it because it smells that good. It really does smell good. I hopes that that everyone else likes it. But at the same time, I didn't know, and maybe I'm the stupid one, but I was watching a life hack on TikTok, and they say never to twist the top. If you want it to last long, you have to pry the top open and pull it up, and that's how you get the air freshener to last longer. I did not know that. I really didn't. And maybe I should have known that, but I didn't. So there you go. Just like I saw another life hack of and I'm talking to you guys and I'm peeling this at the same time. Rip. Just like I saw another life hack of someone using a frying pan to flip over their eggs. So what they did was, and I do apologize for the background noise that I'm causing here, if you guys can hear it. But according to what TikTok was showing us, if you take a frying pan, let's say you're making like an egg sandwich or something, right? Something basic. Then what you call it? Then you could take the frying pan. First of all, you take the egg, right? You put it underneath the spatula, and then you take the frying pan, put it over the egg, and flip. What? literally what? But haven't tried it yet. Not going to try it. Kind of retired cooking, by the way. Yeah, this is such a rambling podcast. It's not even funny. I am like looking around trying to figure out things to talk about. I don't want to go into politics, although I'm probably at some point going to get pushed into talking about. So I'm kind of going through some questions here. Here's one. Let's see. Stories. So family stories. Oh man, this one gets repeated more times than anything else. And this was when me and my sister were younger. If you recall the little black and white TVs, portable with the antenna, that had the AFM tuner to it, then you guys would relate. So I'm laying in bed. Michael Jackson is playing. My mom's in the kitchen cooking. And me and my sister were younger back then. And, you know, we were happy with the toys that we got. Well, my sister got a flute. We both got flutes. And the only time we could blow our flutes is in the room with the door closed. So that way, mommy can concentrate and watch her programs and, you know, do whatever. Well, we both got the same colored flute. All right. So, my sister had this genius idea of sticking the flute down the antenna of the black and white TV. Breaking and bending the antenna because we're trying to get it out. Well, mom comes in the room, hot-headed as a motherfucker. What the fuck did you guys do to my TV? Well, I tried to explain it to her that it wasn't my fault, you know. But my sister never got her butt spanked for it. I got it spanked because my mom thought I was lying. So she gets the belt. I'm running for my life. I'm literally just running around the house. I finally jumped on the bed, and for whatever reason, we had a mattress, a box spring mattress on the other side. And my mom swears up and down to this to this day that my head got caught on the headboard, but that's not how I remember it. I remember her trying to whip me. She misses, and I roll over, and my head gets caught onto the box spring that we have on the floor. And one of the box springs pierces the side of my head, and I'm there stuck. And I remember EMTs, pulling me out, or pulling it out, and we go to the hospital. Another thing that I remember happening, God, I've been through so much shit that I got stories for days. So here's another one for you. So, well, back to that flute situation. I ended up with staples in my head to close up the gap because stitches didn't work because I had such a big head. No pun intended. Anyways, next story would be I get home from school, and mom was working 2 jobs at the time. So her friends and my best friend at the time, Ryan, his mom, drove a pickup truck. Well, everybody got on the pickup truck and the flatbed of the pickup truck, and I'm trying to get on, and Ryan's telling his mom go, that I'm in, right? Not in. I lose my balance, and I kid you not, I knocked myself out. I hit my head on the corner concrete of the truck. And the next thing I remember, and I kid you not, this is the first thing I remember, is I pissed myself. And I'm waking up, I'm groggy, and I'm like, can someone get me a clean pair of pants? I peed myself. And then all I hear is, don't worry, you're fine. We're gonna get you on the stretcher and you're going to the hospital. And I'm telling whoever was talking to me, and I couldn't tell who it was. But I said, but no, I need a clean pair of pants. I peed myself. Next thing you know it, I get checked out. Mom's carrying a pissed pants in a Walmart bag, and I got shorts on, and I'm just like, whoa, shit. I must have had a real good nap because I did not remember falling off the truck. I did not remember going to the hospital. I just remember waking up to a taxi, going my way home. And I look at my mom and I'm like, what happened? She's like, nothing. You fell. You were clumsy. But then Ryan's mom explained to him what happened because mom was just, you know how moms are, you know, they automatically think that you did something wrong, but you didn't. So that happened. God, do I have any other stories? Valentine stories. I got one Valentine story, I think. Oh no, I do have a cute Valentine's Day story. So I got two actually. One's a Valentine's Day cute story, and one's a Valentine's Day like what the fuck. Let's start with the cute Valentine's Day. This was kindergarten or first grade, with a girl named Jackie, and me and her were inseparable. We were best friends. We were each other's first everything almost. And I remember me and my mom went to Walgreens, or it was Rite Aid at the time. And we picked up some flowers and chocolate candy. And I go up to, the classroom, and I'm sitting in my chair, and the teacher thought it was for her. She's like, thank you so much, Richard. You don't have to get me anything. And my mom looked at her, and I looked at my mom, and she's like, but it's not for you. And the teacher literally took offense. She's like, oh, no, not for me. And we both shook our head. Nope. Well, here comes Jackie right behind me, giving me high fives and hugs like she normally does. And I'm like, here you go. And then all you hear, her mom in the background is like, oh, ain't that sweet? Look at little Richie giving my girl something. I remember her mom saying that like if it was yesterday. It was quite funny. Me and Jackie lost touch because she was it's quite sad because she was in I wouldn't say heavy in drugs, but she turned for the worst. So I haven't really spoken to her since. I was told numerous stories that she had passed on. So I haven't really looked for her. I know her mom had passed on. Her mom was a super great woman, great Italian. And let's see, the fuck up Valentine's Day. So this was a few years ago. Bought this girl, who I will not name, okay, but bought this girl, dozen roses and a vase, and I think I got her like a teddy bear or something. Well, the girl threw the roses in the trash. Trashed the roses. They're like $100, $150. Kept the vase. The fuck? Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. The hell are you thinking? But yeah, that's Valentine's Day for you. So men, don't fuck this up this year. please, I am begging you, please do not fuck this up. So, with that being said, we are going to leave you with the final thought of the evening. And if you guys had enjoyed this podcast, if you guys have any questions that you want to share, remember everything in the podcast is going to be in my link tree. If you guys want to leave a voice clip, I very much encourage it. So please leave a voice message. And again, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Be safe this Valentine's Day season. And if you guys need anything, feel free to ask. If you guys want to shout out for your Twitch channel, feel free to ask for that too. Just know that I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day season. Let me know what you guys did for Valentine's Day. I'd like to know. And here's your final thought for this week. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. All right, and I really do hope that you guys are enjoying this podcast so far. I know I've most of you guys have told me that that you guys listen to the podcast during the evening, because for most of you guys, right, and maybe you guys can give me some feedback on this, but for most of you guys, it helps you sleep. And if it does, that's fucking amazing. As I'm adjusting my microphone over here, I've been told that just the smoothness of the voice and the richness really does help. And I think what really adds in is the music in the background, just the slowness of the tempo, and trying to just relax you, right? So if you're listening to this on your way home, cool. If you're listening to this right before you go to bed, cool. I know I've listened to myself, believe it or not. I have caught myself listening to my own podcast from time to time, just to see how quickly I can go to bed. And surprisingly, like and this is gonna be so weird, but like within like the first 5 minutes, I'm just out like a fucking light, and I'm just like, motherfucker, it actually does work. So let me know what you guys think. Leave me a voice clip, or reach out to me on my socials. Let me know what you guys think. Again, all the socials are going to be in the link tree, so find that link tree, or you can find me on TikTok. It's going to be freakouts.u.s on TikTok. You cannot miss this ugly mug, trust me, no one does. So I was scrolling through Twitch, and if you guys don't know what Twitch is a gaming site that Amazon owns. And I was scrolling through it, and I was in the just chatting section of TikTok. Of Twitch, and there are some really, really, really weird people. For instance, there's this lady that donated and said, "I am drinking my wife's breast milk." The fuck? Like, dude, you got some major issues. Like, if my girl was to say, "Hey, babe, can you do me a favor and try out my breast milk to see what it tastes like?" Like, nah, bitch, you are trying your own breast milk. Like, no. Like, no. Just no. Not in a million years. I would not ever try a woman's breast milk. Yeah, just thinking about it just makes me gag. So I guess today I'm going to talk about relationships and things to try, because Valentine's Day is approaching. Some of us don't have a Valentine's. Some of us do, but some of us also wish that our loved ones would show a little bit more affection for Valentine's Day. So how can we do that? How can we make this year's Valentine's Day a little bit better? Well, I can tell you this. Sit and talk with them. Sit and talk with them. Ask them what they would like to do on Valentine's Day. It could be as simple as going out for breakfast, maybe, having a cup of coffee outside, or, guys, this goes for you guys. Because like I said in my first podcast, my first episode, like, we done screwed the pooch, okay? In the romance level. Like, I am embarrassed and appalled by us guys. Just saying. Guys, if you want to butter up your girlfriend and show her how much you care and show her how much you love her, take it from me. Do not buy her a John Deere tractor, damn it. Because John Deere's, well, let me think about that. No, for most people, for most women, John Deere's may look sexy on them. Just saying. Their two-piece bikini. Anyways, off topic. I'm getting off track over here. Anyways, just, fellas, do something romantic. Think about, what would my baby want? Maybe it's a spa day. If places are open on Sundays, or taking appointments, get her a manicure, pedicure, or make breakfast. Try to be the first one up and make her a good pot of coffee, or, just do something sweet, do something unexpected, and don't just do it this one time. Continuously do it. Show her that you love her. Show her that you care. Hell, if she works the graveyard shift during this season, during this Valentine season, draw her a bath. Get a bath bomb. Pull the pin and throw it in there. It's the thought that counts, right? And some people don't like gifts, and that's completely fine. Make a homemade card. Just show them that you love them. Because I can tell you this right now, most women don't feel like that they're loved by their spouse, and it sucks. I have people that are saying, well, my spouse don't pay enough attention to me. Trust me. Oh, I am so sorry. I've been there, done that. When going back to I think it was either my first or second episode, when my ex-wife left me by myself after making dinner, and she was quote unquote at work when she was meeting this other guy, kind of left me by myself at Valentine's Day. That's why, Valentine's Day for me is just another day. I really can care less for it. I mean, trust me, I would love just to get something for Valentine's Day. But, I'm good with what I got. And that's life. That's love. That's, letting the other person know that I appreciate them. I don't have to do the whole going out to dinner thing. No. Just a simple I love you. Best Valentine's Day ever. Now, if you want to go into detail and get in the goodies, then you go the extra mile, but depending on the day, that may not work. So you got to use your head, guys. Ladies, now this goes for you. If the love of your life is doing everything he can, and granted, it will not be perfect, but if he is doing everything he can to make you happy, just thank him. Just say, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. And then let him know, kindly, without being a douchebag, let him know what he can do to make it better. So let's say, hypothetically, he made breakfast and made something you didn't like, you tell him, hey babe, thank you so much for making breakfast, but if I can tell you something, I don't like eggs, or I don't like cereal. How about we make up something else? Instead of, babe, you know I don't like this shit. Come on now. Get it together. Like, you I guess this goes for the men and the women, really. You got to think about what you say. Because if you don't, you're left with an argument. So really think about what is being said. With that said, I hope everyone's Valentine's Day goes well. I hope that whether you're by yourself this Valentine's Day season or you're with the love of your life, I really do hope that happiness finds you. I hope that this podcast found you and everything else in between. Life is too short to be nitpicky. And this may be me just rambling on because I really have nothing else to think about right now. But cherish every moment. Don't let it slip, because we're never guaranteed tomorrow. Tell the person you haven't spoken to in forever that you love them, that you miss them, that you miss talking to them. Show them that you care. And with your good stroke of kindness, it'll come back to you. That is my thought of the day, my thought of the week. If you guys have any suggestions or any shout outs you guys want to do, let me know. Because everyone all over the world, majority of us from the US to Canada to Switzerland, hello Swiss, to the Netherlands. I want to thank everyone for listening today. And I hope that everyone has a great evening. My name is Richard, and I greatly appreciate you listening to my podcast this evening, or this morning, or afternoon. And I hope that everyone has a great rest of the week. This is me signing off.